we need to take a look inside of here. Oh, fully modeled room. That's pretty cool. Hey, what's up? So really quick, I just want to address some things. One is that this is an experimental video, so if you're used to the original edited videos of Boundary Break, it's on hiatus for a short period of time so we can try out these new formatted videos that get more videos out faster so you get more content. Anyways, I've been hearing the feedback. You guys still want both. I can definitely make that happen. It's just going to be a little bit longer for the edited videos if we keep doing these kinds of videos. I don't expect this video to do as well as the last one. If I'm wrong, I will lick the bottom of my shoe because honestly, usually what happens with new ideas is a couple people check it out and then they don't come back for the second time around. But anyways, I still had fun with this episode. Hope you enjoy it. And let's get started. We got the chows over here. Look at this. Okay, I like this a lot, where the first two rows are fully modeled, and then already you can see where they suddenly become 2D textures. And then, of course, the rest of the crowd is that way, too. Taking some time to slow down and look at things. We got Challenge Space 3D. A ad for Sonic's car, it looks like. The Froggy, which we are currently driving, by the way. Let's see if we can find Big the Cat. That's another thing. I guess some people on Twitter want to know if his feet are modeled inside the vehicle, and I think that's a very fair question. So let's take it inside. It does look like his feet are there. It's a little tough to tell, but I think those are his feet, right? I'm gonna have to look at a picture of him. Okay, so we're going to do a zoom out of this haunted castle with this giant... I don't know if that's a castle or a clock tower. That's all right. During this, though, I want to give a couple thanks to some people. First, I want to give a thanks to Fingers Music. That new little diddly you heard, that was a remix of the Kickle Cubicle ending theme for the logo. It was made by him. The remix was made by him, rather. So full credit goes to him. There's links to his YouTube channel down below. He does a whole bunch of video game remixes. So if you're like OSTs, he's kind of got your jam going. Wow, look at all these houses. What? Also want to thank Codename Gamma for making this camera. Yeah, you've heard of him plenty of times, I know. But of course, he has his own channel that he dedicates himself to, and it's primarily Sonic related. So if you're watching this video, chances are you're going to really enjoy the content that he has over on his. The other person who I neglected to mention in the Sonic Forces episode, and I feel really bad about that, is Supersonic 16. He co-developed the camera for both this and Sonic Forces. So I'm going to have links to his stuff in the video description as well as the other two gentlemen. And if you check out one of those three, you make me a happy man. But with that said, I did not realize there was so many houses for this stage. It's kind of incredible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the camera and I'm going to go out into the field and see just how many of these are fully modeled. I can't imagine all of them are. There's just no way. So we got the first couple houses over here. Now, this is what I expect. I expect these ones to be 3D models, and then as you get further and further past the initial track, we're going to see a lot of 2D houses. Let's take it to ground level real quick. I want to see... Oh, okay. I guess these aren't planted on roads or solid ground at all, for that matter. It looks like the solid ground is here, but... oh, what? So at a certain point, there is a flat texture that has more buildings. It's a picture of buildings with buildings on top of those buildings. Very clever design choice. I would have never thought to have made that one. I think I'm finally... This is actually really impressive, by the way. I would have sworn by now we would not be seeing 3D models at this point, but yet here we are in the middle of it. And I think we're finally getting to the point where there are some 2D textures to represent these buildings instead. Now, this is more of what I expected. So we got the 2D textures to represent the buildings vertically, as well as 2D textures to represent the buildings horizontally, I guess. It's almost like a playmat of buildings. Then beyond that, the best way I can describe this is every single environment in Dragon Ball Z only with a blue tint. It is nighttime after all, that's why the moon is there. Let's get you like a nice shot of the entire stage, but from the outside of the map. There you go. Zooming in on Dr. Eggman as we speak. Oh yeah. Well, I gotta give credit to the folks at Sumo. They do include the legs of the characters, which is appreciated, albeit they're a little bit scrunched in there. But you do what you gotta do to make things work, I guess. Ooh, fish. I saw a fish. Let's see what happens with the fish. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. They do a full loop, which is exactly what they do in the 16-bit iterations that they started from. This guy over here just kind of gave up, though. Alright, well, hold on. What happened to the whale? We gotta find out about that. Alright, our little whale friend. Oh, there's a manta ray under here, too. That's cool. And he's not modeled on the bottom. Wasn't expecting that. There we go. Nice good pan with that. Oh, man. Alright. So the killer whales have an interesting loop going on here. They stick in place for a while. They also have an arrow underneath their tail fins, I guess. Oh, I see. And they reset position, too. So there's no traveling. They kind of warp into positions, and then they stay in place until their queue is up and they're ready to do their animation. Wow, look at the volcano off in the distance there. I think I want to go over there and check it out. All right, you guess with me. Do you think that it's going to be modeled on the top of the volcano or not? All right, lock your vote in now. We're going to find out. All right, we're finally almost there. This really took a long time to get over here because this volcano is, in fact, pretty massive. And you can see the entire landscape right there. All right, so now we're at the top of the volcano. Lots of spitting lava. It's got a very interesting look to it. And it is modeled on the top. It's actually modeled on all sides, which this game's backdrop scenery is way more detailed than it needs to be. So over here we have a house of cards, which is really cool. Kind of want to take a look at that. Get a close-up of the back of the deck. It's a picture of Sonic. It says Casino Park. Then we got this giant slot machine as well. And I love the detail that they put into this thing. I wonder where the coins start. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so they're spawning from up here. We got the billiard balls in the way. Yeah, it looks like they start right underneath the wheel. Okay, hold on a second. I see something. I see a window that clearly has stuff inside of it. So I think we need to take a look inside of here. Oh! Fully modeled room. That's pretty cool. And they got a flat screen TV in here. Very swanky. Let's check this one. This guy just has a chair and a lamp. And this one looks like a fully modeled living room. So a lot of reused assets here to create rooms that have some similar objects in there. Oh, check this out. They use level of detail in this game. I didn't even notice that. So you can see the exact moment in which this pops into an object with more detail. Now, there is something I do want to mention really quick, and I'm going to actually cap off this part of this video with this. It seems with every single track in Team Sonic Racing, there is a sprite hidden somewhere in the map. So we found Knuckles hidden here. Now, this isn't normally my forte. I don't normally show off things that the player can find themselves, but I am making a call to action, I guess. You guys should send me all the clips of every single sprite you can find. And I will tell you, the best chance you have of finding them is by looking at the stage backwards, it seems. A lot of these seem to be facing the opposite direction in which you're driving. So this is the start of this race, and right at the very start on this pillar here, you got Knuckles. Follow me on Twitter. I'm going to leave a link to that in the video description as well. Try to send me as many as you can. But anyways, guys, I'm going to take off for now. Next video should be Twilight Princess Part 2, and then after that, we may do a Part 2 of Team Sonic Racing. Depends on how well the video does. If it doesn't do well, expect Fallout New Vegas. All right, well, thank you for, again, putting up with this little experiment that I got going on, and I hope that you enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. So, take care.